Hello and welcome to my channel. Croaky throat today. We'll ignore it. Let it do what it wants. And we should try and carry on. It's Joyce time. In this wonderful Bible. Do get yourself one if you get the chance. It's lovely. And if you want to read along with me today, I have picked page 29. It's actually in Genesis 17:15. That's like the top one. And it's this one, which says, what's in a name? Okay. Let's see what we can do with this one, shall we? If you're sitting comfortably, then we'll begin. It's watch with mother, isn't it? Or listen with mother. Okay. Names meant so much more to people during Bible times than they do to many of us today. Even here in the early chapters of the Bible, we see that names were tremendously important because they described a person's character. In Genesis 17, we read that God gave new names to Abraham or Abram and Sarai. See Genesis 7:4, 5, 15, 16. He was changing things in their lives, and he wanted to give them new names to declare what he was doing in and through them. Abram and Sarai, knew well the importance of names, so they understood the profound significance of God's changing their names. When he gave them new names, he was beginning to speak of non-existent things, as though they already existed. That's a bit tricky. He was beginning to speak of non-existent things, as though they already existed. Okay, see Romans 4:17. The name changes indicated to Abram and Sarai that God was beginning to fulfill his promise when he said to Abram, "Look now towards the heavens and count the stars, if you are able to count them." Then he said to him, "So numerous shall your descendants be," in Genesis 15:5. So what is in a name? A lot more than many of us realise. Think about Sarai, for instance. She was a barren woman who probably had poor self-image because in biblical societies, so much of a woman's worth depended on her ability to bear children. She was an old woman and biologically, try and clear this. She had no hope of ever being able to conceive and deliver a baby. But God changed her name. Sarah means princess. So when Abraham or anyone else called Sarai by her new name, Sarah, they were helping her change her image of herself. They were calling her beautiful and valuable, a king's daughter, and they were speaking forth the image of the mother God had destined her to be. As a result, she must have begun to see herself differently. She must have felt faith rising in her heart. She must have begun to be sure God would keep his word to her. Similarly, Abraham must have undergone his own transformation and had his own faith bolstered when God changed his name to Abraham, meaning father of a multitude. Following this idea through to the New Testament and our lives today, I encourage you to remember the significance of a name when you speak the name of Jesus. Remember, he is not just a name. It is a word loaded with meaning and filled with life. It declares his character. It proclaims all that he is, all that he has done, and all that he will do in your life. Names. Now, my birth name is Linda. Most people, though, just call me Lynn. And then there are special friends that call me Linny. The family, okay, they call me, it could be Auntie Lynn. I'm a Nanny Lynn to some. And you've had pet names. I was called Nellie. I'm called Titch, because I'm quite short. I'm called Sid, because apparently my legs were good. Sid Cerise, yeah. But I'll answer to most things. And I've noticed when we go down the allotment, there are 3 Lynns there. But you see, one's a Linda spelt L-I. I'm the Linda spelt L-Y. And then there's a Lynn. And she's an L-Y-N. But that Lynn calls me Lindy Lou. It's good, isn't it? I mean, I'll answer to most things. But nicknames, they sort of, you see the person and you give them the nickname. But in the beginning, I was a Linda. When I go out to this world, I'll be a Linda. And I am a Linda down, don't want to say downstairs, but deep down I'm a Linda anyway. My parents chose that for me. That's my name. What are you called? Do you have pet names? Do you have new names? I mean, when we get married, if we get divorced and we get married again, then our names change. If we're single and we get married, our names change, unless you want to keep your old names of your birth name. I mean, if we're adopted, sometimes we take on the adopted parent's name, but you're still deep down your original name. I'm a Linda. So on that note, I shall say, think about names and think about it when you name your children. Some of them like their names, some of them are not so keen. But that's another story. So on that note, I shall say, do give us a thumbs up, do subscribe. I do apologise for the croaky voice. I think it's the old asthma playing up. There you go. We got over the COVID, I'm happy to say. We got through that one. Lasted for a fortnight. I was still testing positive for a blinking fortnight. Oh. But anyway, we got over that. I think the voice is just the asthma. You think, whatever. I can still talk. I can still bring you my videos. So on that note, I shall say, probably twice, give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe. Stay safe, you take care. And it's a bye-bye for now.